Okay, now I'm trying to explain better how to separate and manage the identification. Okay, first of all, we have to select auto filtering enable and acquisition circuit indirect because we are using a coupler on a generator. This is the entire acquisition and this is the entire TF map. As we can see, we have three different cluster, one cluster, two cluster, three cluster. We can separate it with different colors. The software automatically change the colors when you finished one of the selection. We can apply clustering and find this is a red cluster, this is the blue cluster, number two, and the third cluster, the green one. Okay, if we go, for example, for the first cluster to the pattern filter, we can see that the software automatically erases all of the background noise and all the signal not related to the face. Okay, we can go to identification, for example. Now we can see the software give us the correct information. This is an internal discharge. In this case, we have a slot because the triangle shape and the inception phase is near to the zero crossing. We can see the Qmax 95, this is 500 millivolt, and the NW 8.1 discharge per period. If we go to the cluster number two, the blue one, the software give us again the correct information. This is an internal discharge. For example, this is a HV conductor delamination because, as I told earlier, we have a higher value of the discharge on the positive half cycle of the applied voltage, and we have an inception phase before zero crossing. In this case, we have a high value of Qmax 95, 1.7 volts. So this is something to be to pay attention of this kind of discharge. And the third cluster, the green one, is related to something not on the phase we are watching because it's not related to the voltage applied. And the software can give us the right information, not identifies as PD in the equipment under test because this is a crosstalk coming from one of the other phases. Basically, this is in the first window, we can select all the acquisition, only the red cluster, only the blue cluster, or only the third cluster. If we select the 0, we can select all the acquisition minus the cluster we are selecting. So this is basically this little point that I'm not selected because it's too small.